Go to the Meditech NPR Reports menu and select Process. Enter uppercase MIS.spool as the DPM and lowercase medit.main.example1 for the report name and select Enter Edit. On page 1 of the NPR report, notice the detail segment. We are using mis.spool.main. Now go to page 2. Notice that there is only one select. I'm selecting only on the URN field using the LI or list operator. Now proceed to page 3. Here we see the 4 fields we have placed on the detail line: URN, date created, user, and group. Notice the line check placed on a blank detail line below the main detail line. It is on this line that I want the data from the report fragment to print. Remember, in the introduction we gave a fake report example. The example had a separate data line for the output from the fragment NPR report. This line illustrates the output from the fragment NPR report. This is the same thing that we are going to do here with this blank detail line. We'll use a line check to make this happen. Press the Format key here on the second detail line to take a look at the line check attribute for the line. Notice that it sets up the common value and calls the report fragment. The first line of magic code assigns a standard field group to the slash variable r.frag.arg1. In this way, the field group gets passed to the report fragment via a slash variable. Group will be used as the value for the select field of the report fragment. The second line calls a Z program rw.fragment. This Z program allows the second NPR report to be run with output appearing on the same page as that from the main report. This program takes 2 arguments. The first argument is enclosed in the first set of quotes and identifies the actual NPR report or fragment to call. Notice that a uppercase R follows the name. This identifies the actual NPR report. There are many subprograms associated with one NPR report. When you translate an NPR report again, notice on the translation screen that there is also a .rp and a .s associated with the report name. The only thing for you to keep in mind when creating your fragment is to only add the uppercase R here, as I have done. The next argument contained in quotes indicates the database name as it would appear in the list of databases that you see right after you enter your password when logging on to Meditech, or as found in the ops routines. The comma 1 at the end of the line sets the line check to true, allowing the lines of data from the report fragment to print on the main report. This completes our look at the main report for example 1. Close the window and exit the report editor. Let's take a look at the report fragment. At the Meditech NPR process menu, enter uppercase mis.spool.group as the DPM and lowercase medit.fragment.example1 as the report name. Select Enter Edit and go to page 1 of the report. Notice the detail segment we are using is mis.spool.group.main of the mis.spool.group DPM. Now go to page 2. Notice the mnemonic field is the select for the fragment, and it is compared to the value of the slash variable r.frag.arg1. We just saw r.frag.arg1 being assigned a value in the line check attribute in the main report. I'm switching back to the main report now. This is the assignment here. The field group is being stored in r.frag.arg1. Now, back here in the fragment r.frag.arg1 is compared to mnemonic. If mnemonic equals or matches r.frag.arg1, select or print this record. Now proceed to page 3. Here we have two fields on the report picture on separate detail lines. These are the lines that will print below each detail line in our main report, as represented here. That's it. That's all there is to creating a fragment. We are now ready to run our first report fragment. Remember to do this from the main report. So exit the fragment and go back to the NPR Process Reports menu. Select the mis.spool.dpm and medit.main.example1 report name and run the report. Select any 3 spool files from the lookup window and print the report on view. Now let's take a look at the output. The first line of information contains data from the main report DPM. The second and third line of data contains the information obtained from the call to the report fragment. In other words, the information on the second and third line was gathered by a separate NPR report, a fragment. Now we are ready for example number 2.